Have you ever felt that unbearable burning sensation when urinating, as if every trip to the bathroom were pure torture? I know, it feels like your whole body is rebelling against you. And the worst part, this is precisely the most common and most hated symptom of urinary tract infections. It's that feeling that shows up uninvited in the middle of the day when you're at work, traveling, or even at home just trying to relax. A simple trip to the bathroom turns into a nightmare. If you're here, you've probably faced this problem more than once. And it's not just physical, it's also emotional. The anxiety of wondering when the next flare-up will come, the fear of feeling that pain again, the frustration of not being able to focus on anything because your bladder seems to control your whole day. Only those who have gone through this truly understand the prison it is to live with recurrent urinary infection. But let me ask you, how long are you going to accept living with this reality? How long will you believe that only expensive medications, antibiotics, or doctor's visit are the only way out? What few people know is that nature holds powerful secrets. And today, I'm going to show you a leaf that may be the key to relieving that burning when urinating and protecting you from those relentless flare-ups. So, if you're tired of repeating the same cycle, pain, treatment, improvement, and then the infection coming back, stay with me until the end of this video. You'll discover not only the name of this miraculous leaf, but also how it works in your body, how to use it properly, and what benefits it can bring to transform your urinary health. Trust me, what you'll hear today may be exactly what you needed to turn the game around against urinary infections. Before I continue, let me ask you something very important. Subscribe to the channel right now. We're chasing the goal of 1,000 subscribers, and your subscription could be exactly what makes the difference. And more. I need at least 100 comments on this video, so YouTube delivers this content to those who truly suffer from urinary infection. So go ahead and comment below. I can't take this burning when urinating anymore. Write that, because not only will it help me, but it will also show you're not alone in this fight. Now, let's really talk about the problem that brought you here. Because I know it's not just the burning when urinating, it's the constant discomfort in the lower abdomen, that sensation of always having a full bladder, even after going to the bathroom. It's waking up at night with the urge to urinate and not being able to sleep peacefully. It's being in a meeting, on a trip, or even at a family lunch, and not thinking about anything else but the next time you'll need the bathroom. And what happens? You take medicine. Sometimes you feel better, but soon the infection comes back. It feels like a never-ending cycle. Pain, antibiotics, tests, relief for a few days, and then it all starts over again. This causes not only physical exhaustion, but also emotional strain. Anxiety increases, the fear of another flare-up takes over, and life starts revolving around unstable urinary health. I know you've tried everything, and maybe you've even lost hope. But believe me, there is a different path, more natural and accessible, that can transform your relationship with your bladder. And that's exactly what I'm going to reveal by the end of this video. If there's one thing I hear all the time, it's, "Doctor, I've already taken every antibiotic possible, and still the infection comes back." And this doesn't happen just to you. The truth is that traditional treatments for urinary infection often don't attack the problem at its root. They may provide temporary relief, kill the infection, ease the burning and that unbearable pain, but they don't solve the fragility of your bladder. Here's what happens. Antibiotics kill the bad bacteria, but they also wipe out the good bacteria that are part of your body's natural defense system. That leaves your urinary health even more vulnerable, giving space for new infections to appear. And so the cycle repeats. Temporary relief, a few days of improvement, and then it all comes back again. On top of that, there's the issue of bacterial resistance. The more antibiotics you use, the more bacteria learn how to outsmart the medication. It's as if they become stronger and more prepared to come back even more aggressively. That's why so many people feel like each new flare-up is worse than the last, and their trust in medicine keeps dropping. And let's not forget the emotional toll. Living chained to prescriptions, pharmacies, and doctors' visits is exhausting. You start feeling like you've lost control of your life to your bladder. This generates frustration, fear, and even shame in many cases. But don't worry, I'm not saying you should abandon medical treatments. Never. What I want you to understand is that there are complementary, natural ways to protect your bladder, strengthening your body so it can defend itself against frequent burning and flare-ups. And this is where the miraculous leaf I'm about to reveal comes into play. After so many cycles of medications, appointments, and tests, it's natural to wonder, am I going to have to live with this burning forever? And I want you to take a deep breath, because the answer is no, it doesn't have to be that way. Many times, the solution is much closer than you think, in nature itself. Think about it. Long before pharmacies, antibiotics, and all this modern medical arsenal, our ancestors already suffered from urinary problems. They had no one to turn to, so they looked to the earth, leaves, roots, and plants to find relief. And surprisingly, many of those remedies are still being studied today because they work. Nature has always been a living pharmacy. Within it are powerful substances capable of fighting inflammation, soothing the IBS, irritated bladder lining, and even creating a sort of barrier against the bacteria that cause urinary infection. But often we forget this. We're so used to depending only on medicine that we overlook these natural allies that can help us regain balanced urinary health. Here's something important. We're not talking about made-up miracle, but about leaves and plants that have been recognized by ancient cultures and are now being validated by modern science. What was once tradition is now being confirmed through research showing how these plants work in the body. And this is exactly what I want to reveal to you in this video. A specific leaf with unique properties that may be the key to relieving the burning when urinating and reducing the frequency of infection. But before I reveal which leaf it is, I want you to understand how it really works in the body, because that's where the secret lies. The moment you've been waiting for has arrived. The miraculous leaf I've been talking about is no unattainable secret. It's known as the avocado leaf. That's right, the tree that gives us avocados, found in so many backyards and even along sidewalks, holds in its leaves a power that few people know. But that could be a game changer for your urinary health. Avocado leaves have been used for centuries in folk medicine to treat urinary problems, and modern science has confirmed they have anti-inflammatory, diuretic, and antimicrobial property. What does that mean in practice? It means they help reduce bladder inflammation, increase fluid elimination, and aid in fighting the bacteria that cause urinary infections. In other words, relief from burning when urinating and protection against new flare-ups. The most interesting part is that this leaf doesn't just act on the symptom. It helps the body create an environment less favorable to bacterial growth. This is crucial to breaking the cycle we talked about earlier: pain, medicine, temporary relief, and infection coming back. Plus, it's accessible, inexpensive, and easy to find. Unlike costly medications that drain your wallet, nature has provided a powerful tool, often right at our doorstep, that most people never imagined could be the key to relieving urinary burning. Now that you know this leaf, it's time to understand how it really works in your body and why it can be so effective for people who suffer from recurrent urinary infections. When you have a urinary infection, your bladder and urethra become inflamed and sensitive. That's why that terrible burning shows up when you urinate, like fire passing through. Avocado leaves contain natural compounds that act exactly there, reducing inflammation. By calming irritated tissue, they lessen that unbearable pain and bring a sense of relief. On top of that, they have a mild diuretic effect. That means they help increase urine production, making you go to the bathroom more often. But don't worry, this isn't bad. It's actually good. The more you urinate, the more bacteria you flush out of your urinary tract. It's like your own urine works as a natural cleansing, sweeping out what's causing the problem. Another important point, the substances in the leaf have antimicrobial action. That means they make it harder for bacteria to settle and multiply in your bladder. So not only do you get relief from the burning, but your body is also better protected against new infection. And there's more. This combined action, anti-inflammatory, diuretic, and antimicrobial, creates a hostile environment for bacteria while strengthening your urinary health. This is essential for anyone who's sick of living in the cycle of pain and relapse. See how much sense this makes? The avocado leaf isn't an empty promise. It acts directly where you need it most, on inflammation, bacterial elimination, and immediate relief of burning. Now comes the big question. Okay, but how do I use it? And this is where many people go wrong. You can't just grab a leaf and use it any old way. The secret is in the proper preparation, because that's what ensures the active compounds really work in your body. The most traditional and safe way to consume it is as a tea or infusion. You'll need 3 to 4 fresh or dried avocado leaves. First, wash the leaves well, then boil about 500 milliliters of water. When the water starts bubbling, turn off the heat, and only then add the leaves. Let it steep for about 10 minutes, covered, so the properties stay constant. After that, just strain and drink. The most common recommendation in folk medicine is to drink 2 cups a day, 1 in the morning and 1 at night. That's enough to start feeling the effects. Don't overdo it, thinking the more you drink, the faster you'll heal. The body needs balance, and nature works in its own time. Oh, and an important detail. Don't sweeten it with sugar. If you want, you can add a little honey, but ideally drink it plain so nothing interferes with the leaf's property. And remember, drinking it once and expecting immediate results won't work. The secret is consistency. Use it for several days in a row. Notice how your body reacts, and you'll see that the burning that bothers you so much begins to ease, along with the pressure in the lower abdomen. This is the simplest, cheapest, and most natural way to bring relief while helping to prevent new infection. But wait, because the benefits of this leaf don't stop there. So far, you've seen that the avocado leaf can be a strong ally for easing burning when urinating and preventing recurrent infections. But the truth is, this leaf goes far beyond urinary health. It offers a whole package of benefit that can transform your body's functioning. First, let's talk about its digestive action. People who drink avocado leaf tea often notice improved digestion and bowel function. That's because it helps your body process food better, avoiding that heavy feeling after meals. A balanced digestive system also directly strengthens your immunity, which is key for those dealing with repeated infections. Another important benefit is its relaxing, calming effect. A urinary infection, besides causing physical pain, brings anxiety and emotional stress. It's common to feel tired and irritated. Avocado leaf tea has properties that help calm you down, reduce tension, and even improve sleep. Better sleep means a stronger body to defend itself against new flare-ups. We also can't forget its antioxidant effect. That means the leaf fights free radicals, those molecules that age our cells and weaken the body. With that, you strengthen not just your bladder, but your whole body against silent inflammation. And here's a detail few people talk about. Because of its diuretic effect, the leaf may also help reduce water retention, easing bloating, and giving you a lighter feeling. So while you're treating and protecting your bladder, you're also caring for other aspects of your health. It's like nature prepared a multifunctional solution that works on several fronts at once. The first point is, don't replace medical follow-up. If your urinary infection is advanced, with fever, blood in your urine, or intense back pain, that may mean the infection has already reached your kidney. In those cases, it's critical to see a doctor immediately because the situation can be serious. The tea can help, but it's not a substitute for proper treatment. Another precaution is with the amount. Drinking too much tea won't speed up results. On the contrary, it can overload your kidneys and even upset your stomach. The ideal is to stick to the folk recommendation of 2 cups a day, without excess. It's also important to remember that not everyone should use avocado leaves. Pregnant women, breastfeeding women, and small children need extra caution. In these cases, use should always be guided by a health professional. Oh, and here's something almost no one mentioned. Never use leaves that are moldy, old, or from trees near contaminated areas. like busy streets or places with pesticides. The quality of the leaf directly affects the benefits you'll get. Finally, see avocado leaf for what it really is: a natural support, a reinforcement for your urinary health. It can reduce burning, help cleanse the bladder, and even lower the frequency of infection. But the secret is balance, combining this natural resource with good habits, proper hydration, and medical care when necessary. Now you know that unbearable burning when urinating doesn't have to be your routine. The avocado leaf can be a simple, natural, and powerful way to bring relief and help break the cycle of frequent urinary infections. And most importantly, you've learned it's not just about medicine. It's also about strengthening your body, caring for your urinary health, and giving your bladder the chance to recover the balance it deserves. But I want you to think further. How many days of your life have you already lost to the issue? Pain, anxiety, and frustration of living with urinary infections? How many times have you skipped going out, lost focus at work, or missed family moments because you were trapped by this unbearable feeling? The truth is, you don't have to accept this as normal. And if this video made sense to you, I'll ask you for two very simple things. First, give it a like right now. This shows YouTube that this content matters and can help other people suffering from the same problem. Second, don't leave yet. Another video is about to appear on screen, one that will complement what you learned today. I guarantee you'll be surprised by the information in it. I won't tell you what's in the next video, because I want you to click and discover it for yourself. But I'll give you one hint. If you've made it this far, it's because you really care about your health. So don't stop now. Click, stay with me, and let's build together a path to more relief, more well-being, and more freedom to live without fear of the next flare-up.